We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on post notifications. So, Cardi B, despite Cardi B announcing that she doesn't really fuck with her baby daddy right now, she also unfollows Stefon Diddy on social media. They allegedly have been secretly spending time together. According to eyewitnesses given to TMZ, the two spent Valentine's Day together, arriving at a hotel in the early hours of Saturday morning, just before 2 a.m. after spending the night out. Cardi wore a form-fitted dress for the occasion, while Diggs kept things more low-key in a red jacket and cap. The late night arrival followed what appeared to be a full evening together, signaling the pair were in each other's company for the holiday. Now, she's been acting like her and Stefon Diddy are over, but allegedly they are still secretly seeing each other behind the scenes, which I knew probably was going to happen. Now, the tea is that allegedly Cardi B has told Stefon Diddy that he can't come to any of her shows. Okay, because she feels humiliated by what transpired at the Super Bowl. So, allegedly, he's not allowed to come to any of her shows, and Titanic Records feels like the relationship that Cardi B has with Stefon Diddy overshadows the music. Titanic Records has told people behind the scenes that they feel like Cardi B should let Stefon Diddy go because they feel like she doesn't have a good judgment of character when it comes to dating. They feel like every time she get in her relationship, she don't really work as hard. You know, when she was with Off the Cheat, it wasn't until she divorced Off the Cheat until her second album dropped. Okay? And they were worried that she was going to cancel some shows if she gets back together with Stefon Diddy, because as we know, he's a serial cheater. He cannot be trusted. So they think she needs to let him go. They do not want her with Stefon Diddy, think he's a bad influence. And also he's given her bad press because he done choked out his chef and he has other lawsuits and criminal allegations against him. I think Cardi B getting back with Stefon Diddy is not shocking. You know, he allegedly bought her a Rolex and a Chanel purse and all this stuff. So I'm sure she took him back with ease. Now, moving on from that, it has been reported that allegedly Megan Thee Stallion has unfollowed Klay Thompson a day after he bought her a brand new Bentley. Allegedly, they have broken up. I don't know if I fully believe that. Maybe, hypothetically, she was never following him. I don't know. I don't be checking Megan Thee Stallion's following list. But I'm like, why would she unfollow him the day after he buys her a Bentley for her birthday? I can't see it just ending like that quick. That don't make no sense. So let me know if you guys believe that they broke up. I don't think that they broke up. They might have gotten into an argument or something like that, but I don't think that they fully broke up. But if they do, and when they do, Megan Thee Stallion is getting dragged by her lace front. A lot of fans are saying that if this relationship don't work out, a lot of people will be pointing the fingers at Megan Thee Stallion and saying that she can't keep a man or that she's the problem. And she recently posted on TikTok Live that she gained some relationship weight. So I definitely don't think that they broke up. Now, speaking of Megan Thee Stallion, Vlad, DJ Vlad, who's not really a DJ, but he basically debunked his post that he did last week, where he said he was paid off by Roc Nation and that 3 judges were paid off and all these other people were paid off to go up against Tory. I felt like he was trolling. I don't feel like he would ever fully admit that and be serious, because then Tory and other people can take legal action against him. So I felt like he was trolling, but he had said everything in this post was made up. I was never paid off by Roc Nation, nor was Camel Face involved in any of these outlandish things. My point for posting this was to show how people will believe anything outrageous or any outrageous lie that someone says to prove their own conspiracy theory. I've proved my point. I know that a lot of people will take this post and create a new narrative that Camel Face forced me to do this. He did not. Nobody from Roc Nation reached out to me because they saw it was obvious satire. Tory's legal team reached out to me to see if there was any actual facts in my post, and I told them it was all sarcasm. They did tell me they filed illegal documents with the state Supreme Superior Courts and are waiting for a reply. Although I've always believed that Tory shot Meg, I also feel that at this point, Tory has paid his debt to society, and I hope he gets an early release. Okay, so let me know how y'all feel about it. Here's my thing. I don't like DJ Vlad. I think he's a narc. I think he's a culture vulture. He's not black, but he's heavily involved in the black community. But I do believe that he was being sarcastic. I don't think that he really thought a lot of people were going to believe him. But I do believe when people believe in conspiracies, and we all have conspiracies, that people will believe the conspiracies, whether what receipts come out. I don't believe that anybody that is getting paid off is ever going to say, hey, I got paid off, because nowadays, if you admit to that, you can get a lawsuit on your hands. And I don't think that he wants that from Tory or any other artist. Also, no shade of Tory, is his fault. You know, he should have testified. Okay. Which he admitted that he probably should have done. He admitted that. But I feel like you should have thrown Kelsey under the bus. You should have testified. And you may not have would have been in this predicament. Okay, you know, everybody want to be a gangster or have street credibility, and look where it gets you. But I don't really believe that Devil Nation paid him off. They got bigger fish to fry. Now, Rolling Stone and maybe the Paid Room and other bigger entities, possibility that they probably got paid off. But Vlad TV, he never liked Tory. He doesn't like Nicki Minaj and a certain other artist. So he's always going to push a certain narrative. He doesn't need to get paid to push a certain narrative, because if certain blogs don't fuck with you, they don't really need much or to get paid off to push a certain narrative. He doesn't like certain artists, so he's going to drag them or give his opinion that's against them no matter what. He doesn't fuck with Tory. And I don't think that has anything to do with Roc Nation. He just probably doesn't fuck with him at all, because he's used to other artists that he has a relationship with that will give him interviews and this and that. But, you know, he probably should have never tweeted that he was paid off. Now people are never going to believe anything that you say. Your credibility is shot. Now, a lot of people are saying that Tina did not write that caption that was posted a few days ago. Okay? A lot of fans are saying that it was secretly Queen B. Now, if you guys don't remember, Miss Tina posted after Beyonce's been getting dragged by her lace front for the past few weeks. Wow, what a smart, confident young woman. Truer words never spoken. People who keep your name in their mouths, who constantly make up lies, half-truths, rumors to discredit you, really admire you. They're really obsessed with you. Live completely rent-free in their minds 24/7. Yes, they worship you, especially if you don't give them any feedback or attention. They really want to be you. So take it as a huge compliment, okay? So that is what Miss Tina said. But allegedly, fans are saying that it wasn't Tina, it was Beyonce, because there was some text message that have leaked. I don't know if this is Beyonce, but they're saying that basically how this is typed out, the post on Instagram, is similar how Beyonce writes her text messages. So a lot of people are saying that this wasn't really Tina, that was Beyonce, but she used Tina's account because Beyonce puts on the facade that she doesn't really stick up for herself. She ignores the haters. She's above the bullshit. She don't really talk to anybody. So let me know how y'all feel about it. Here's my thing. Allegedly Beyonce will be addressing certain things in Act 3. She feels like the general public is trying to ruin their legacy, what they built, you know, and so Beyonce is planning on addressing certain things, and it's not the first time. I think she doesn't do it often, but remember, she put out Bow Down and she addressed certain R&B artists like, Keisha Cole and Rihanna, who allegedly she dissed on Bow Down. And then Information, remember when people were accusing her of being the Illuminati? She said, y'all are corny for all that Illuminati mess. Beyonce is planning on addressing, the false allegations that she believes are false, what she believes is false allegations against her family, okay? Because she cares about her image and she feels like she and her family have been targeted. Now, moving on to JT. I like JT, but sometimes she's always on the wrong side of history. Now, she posted Tyra Banks after Tyra has been getting exposed in the Next Top Model documentary. She posted Tyra and said, I'm that B-word, singling Tyra out like it wasn't a whole panel. Okay, so she feels like Tyra is catching all the heat, even though there were other judges. Here's my thing with JT. You already have a reputation of being a mean girl, sticking up for another mean girl. Tyra is not a good look. You need to focus on finding a hit record instead of involving yourself in something that has nothing to do with you. Now, Tiffany, I think Tiffany, the girl that exposed Tyra, she called out JT and said, I understand, but I don't understand is why you be talking all that money talk and broke. I know you struggling right now and your music is trash. But baby, Tyra fake and pretended to care about us black girls. But she didn't. B, how she love us but wouldn't even get the right people to do black girls' hair and makeup. She was a bully and fake as fuck. Just like I hear your weird ass is. Period. And once again, I say your music horrible. Like real bad. Carry on. Wow. Okay. See, JT, you should have just sat there and ate your food because you don't have a great reputation when it comes to your peers. None of the female rappers really fuck with you like that. And it's no shade, but I just feel like you're not the one that should be speaking out. And I like JT. I like JT's music. I don't think her music is trash. I think JT's very beautiful, but I just don't think she has the reputation for people to hear her stick up for Tyra Banks when Tyra Banks always had a terrible reputation. She's always had a nasty reputation for like the past 20 years. You can't convince us anything because you don't know her personally. Were you on the show? No. So you just need to keep your bap shut, please. Now, moving on from that, Megan Thee Stallion was live on TikTok. And she says she got the feature. The hotties have been begging for. A lot of people are speculating that could be 3 people. D0JA, Ndrick, or Doja Cat. So let me know who you guys think the feature is. If it's Doja Cat, D0JA, Kendrick Lamar, or all 3 of them. In my opinion, I feel like, I don't know. I'm not really excited for Megan Thee Stallion's music like that. Like, I don't know. I don't get that giddy feeling like, oh my goodness, this person about to drop. I don't think I'll be excited for a new release until maybe Iceman drops. Okay. But we do have to check out Baby Keem's album. But, I mean, Kendrick is on 1 song. So, I mean, I don't think a lot of people care about that. But, yeah, I'm not really interested in anything Megan Thee Stallion got going on musically. Now, Baby Keem, Kendrick Lamar's cousin, put out his album called Casino. And a lot of people are raving about it. I did listen to the album when the album dropped. And I would be honest with you, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Now, I will say this. It is probably the second best rap album to drop in 2026. I do think, for me, Don Toliver is still number 1. But it's the second best rap album to drop. In my opinion, I felt like there was a lot of Kendrick and Andre 3000 inspired type of music in this album. Okay? It was giving a lot of that. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't think Baby Keem could even sing. Okay? But To me, he's a better singer than Kendrick Lamar. Now, a lot of people are saying that Kendrick dissed Young Thug because he says, shit, I gossip with my bitch like I'm Young Thug too. Okay, now everybody knows that Young Thug was caught gossiping, not just to Mariah, but to everybody, about certain people. And, you know, that was when he got exposed for calling Gorilla Glue ugly. So Kendrick saying he do the same thing with Whitney. That's basically what he tried to say. Now, people are trying to say it was a diss. I don't feel like it was a diss per se, but I feel like it did low-key ruin Young Thug's career. I don't think people view Young Thug the same. So I don't feel like it was a diss, but you're reminding the general public why a lot of people don't really fuck with Young Thug like that. You know, let's just be honest. I do feel like that ruined his career. Now, the standouts on the album are Casino. That song is fire. Good Flirts is one of the best songs on the album. That is where Kendrick Lamar kind of goes crazy a little bit. And one thing I respect about Kendrick is that he also doesn't really sneak diss, okay? He calls people out by their name, even though I don't feel like the Thug mention was a diss, but he's not scared to mention people by their name. House Money was a really good song. I like that record. And then also the Too Short collaboration. He had Too Short on the album called Sex Appeal. That song is pretty fire as well. Okay, I do think low-key that this album was better than J. Cole's, no shade. But I don't know if I think it's better than Don Toliver's though. So let me know how y'all feel about it. I got some very hot tea on Patreon on Naomi Campbell, Lil Jon, Blake Lively, The Charpsess Racist, and Selena on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Have a great day.